Well, because it's between us three.
No, it's on.
Greg, I'm going to cuss. The people know I'm going to cuss. I'm not necessarily trying to cuss on purpose.
Oh, I thought we were a PG show.
Are we?
It doesn't matter if it's just out of context. You sound like
Greg, I talk to you how many times a day?
6
How many times do I cuss in every sentence? 2?
at least.
Okay, so I'm not perfect, Greg. Not perfect. I try.
When would anyone ever accuse you of being perfect?
You on a daily basis. All right? You set the bar too high for me, Greg.
Well, I just want you to achieve more than what you currently have.
I have everything I need.
You can always, attain more.
That sounds like a communist.
No, it's actually the opposite of a communist.
Well, not the leader.
Say that.
Let's be real here.
What motivates you in life, Matt?
My freedom.
Bread.
Bread.
And bread.
Yeah.
Giving the people what they need. Carbs. Mike's kryptonite.
How do you feel delivering bread in a, more and more
At 1 o'clock
carbon-free
in the
world?
morning, when everybody's
Carb-free
drooling on their
world.
pillow.
Yeah. Everyone's on.
Carb-free world.
Everyone's got this
People that are
keto kick.
carb-free are definitely the minority.
No, I'm just saying it's gaining more popularity.
Rich and poor eat bread.
Absolutely. And I'm with you. Don't get me wrong.
Don't fucking talk
I'm a big
shit about
carb guy.
bread.
Hey,
All right.
I'm on team Matt. I'm
All
on
right.
team bread. I'm just saying there's just
All
a
right.
lot of people out there that, disagree with what you're peddling.
No, they love it. They just can't eat it because they're trying to look good.
People that disagree with bread are wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Mike's just fucking silent over there, just sharing away, sharing.
I don't disagree with it.
You love bread.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
It's just not good for you.
Right.
It's not bad for you. It's just
No.
an overabundance of it can lead
Unfortunately,
to.
if you want to eat bread, you should work out daily. Because if you eat bread and don't work out daily, you're going to get thick.
You're going to be a little bit thicker. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
In my world, I'm meant to be it.
You're just happy with who you are.
And
I'm happy with you,
I'll
too.
still throw you through a wall,
Really? Why so violent?
Not you.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just-
I can protect myself. I'm not to the point where, we know people in our lives that can't protect themselves.
Exactly.
They've let themselves go.
Exactly. No, you work out.
I'll still throw a 40-yard bomb to somebody on a fly route.
That's the
All right, so I want to talk about this here real quick before we go live.
Okay. Yeah, 2 minutes.
So speaking of bread
Bread.
Yeah.
and carbs,
Yep.
I want to buy my way out of our bet, Greg.
Explain the bet.
So
It's been a while.
Greg and I bet
Mm-hmm.
that I said Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. Greg said he would be there by week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we bet this $40 burger, 5 pounds.
Yep. On a French loaf.
Good looking
Three
burger.
You
burgers.
do not back down, GBG.
Onion.
Shut up,
onion
Tevin.
crunchies.
I wanna-
And then a basket of fries.
I want to hear where he's going with this.
Okay.
Okay, well, so
He wants to buy out.
Greg pays $40 month cable.
Yep.
The burger costs $40, so I basically called Greg. I said, keep the $40.
Mm-hmm.
When we go, you just buy the burger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, my proposal is you just keep the $40.
God, that's
The
tough.
funny thing about this was earlier this week, or last week, whatever it was that we talked about this, my first thought was, well, yeah, let's go have the burger. I'll have one too.
Yeah, right. Right.
Like just for fun.
yeah.
No, I'll let you out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Thank you. So keep the $40.
It's hogwash.
Matt's like, I'm not going to let it happen.
Next time, don't take a bet you don't want to lose.
Technically, he lost $40.
I've lost $40.
Yeah.
That ain't enough.
That
That $40 is a lot.
yeah. That's
I get it. You did good. You're a salesman.
So,
no. It's
Greg's too kind. He's kind.
you know,
I don't
if
want
Greg
anyone-
didn't have to work today, I bet he would have said no because we would have gone.
yes, that's true.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I have to go right to work after this.
But, and like I told Matt, we're about to start our fantasy today.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to be,
Yeah.
NFL starting. There's going to be bets flying.
Yeah.
So we need to start paying up. So Greg, your dress next time you're here,
And
you got to
have
pay that up. I owe a water bet.
Yep.
So we got to start paying out
Yeah.
because we got new ones coming.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
That was perfect timing.
Wow.
What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The Week in Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Welcome in.
Episode 69B.
No, it's episode 70.
Episode 70, Jim Marshall.
Good call.
Don't know him.
Purple People Eaters, bro.
Before my time.
Know your Vikings history.
Sorry.
Don't know Greg's history. At least know.
No. Don't know him. Don't know him.
Wow.
I even knew who Jim Marshall was.
Well, you're 86 years old, Greg. Yeah. it's
45, and it's Purple People Eaters was still before my time.
You're 45?
Oh,
Jeez, Greg.
I always forget. You know, I think you're just 30-year-old like me, man. You know,
Well,
does that make you feel good though?
What's funny is, I was a sophomore in high school
Right.
the year you were born.
Yeah. Think about that. I could have been.
and I
your
was
kid.
5.
You what?
I could have been your kid if you knocked up a teacher or something. You know?
Why? Sophomores in high school can't get pregnant?
Well, yeah, but in Wisconsin, it's usually
Right.
different. Yeah.
Episode 70. Title, Clear Eyes, Full Strength. Can't lose.
Yeah, full strength.
You can't lose when we're full strength. So,
Yeah.
welcome in Twist Nation. Before we get started here with the show, why don't you share, like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, Twist Sports Talk on YouTube. Let's get that subscriber base up. I think we have like 32.
Yeah.
You know, we're not much of a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool.
Because you know the cool thing about episode 70 and about today is that we're back into our full strength season. What that means is we're primarily a football show.
Yeah.
Like we're all avid football enthusiasts.
We are.
So that's our purpose. That's when we first started, was during football. So
Yeah,
get
December will
excited.
be 2 years in.
Yeah, so we have a guest today.
We
have
do.
guests coming up. We're gonna get back to the basics and back to where we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited. We do have a guest. I don't know if Tevin's got him lined up yet.
Yep, he is on and ready to go.
Perfect. So
there it
yeah,
is.
if you're an NFL fan just in general, but especially a Vikings fan,
Yeah.
this is a third-time guest on Twist, Arif Hassan. He's a Vikings reporter for The Athletic, theathletic.com, covering our team, not GBG's team,
Hey,
the Minnesota
I love
Vikings.
Arif. I love Arif.
We got him lined up.
Yep. Arif, can you hear us?
Yeah, hey, what's going on?
There he
There
is.
he is. How's it
Welcome
going?
back, Arif. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No doubt. I was listening to K-Fan the other day, right when I texted you were just getting done with PA, and I'm like, we got to get a Reef back on. So I shot you a text, and you were glad to come back on and help us out. So welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, for sure.
No problem. So Arif, you have been at training camp, correct?
Yeah, I've been there every day.
Okay, and how is the energy? Obviously, now this season they have the luxury of having some fans in the stands, some people moving around on the outskirts of the field. How has the energy been so far?
I mean, it's kind of a lot of different energies, right? I mean, I think that the Vikings are fairly energized by the fact that the fans are there. They mentioned that it kind of just feels a lot more like professional football. You know, the entire season, not just training camp last year, but the entire season, they didn't have fans in the stands. And so having fans has just been pretty huge. But there's also, of course, like a lot of tension, right? With, Kirk Cousins having missed a couple of practices, Mike Zimmer kind of taking a couple of shots at that. And, some concerns about injury. Christian Darrisaw hasn't really played yet. So there's a bunch of positive energy. There's a bunch of tension. There's a bunch of things that kind of have to work out.
The COVID Kirk situation, is this something that we could see down the road that's kind of a good excuse for them to move on next year?
I wouldn't be surprised to see, them trying to find a way to kind of move on, but it would be tough. He's fully guaranteed for his contract next year. I think as soon as the third day of this year's league year hit, Kirk Cousins' 2022 salary was also fully guaranteed. So it would be pretty difficult to move on. But it wouldn't shock me if, some conversations were happening or they're trying to find out some accounting way to move on from Kirk and kind of just start anew.
So how close were we to actually getting Justin Fields?
I think actually the Vikings were pretty close. I followed up on Courtney Cronin's reporting. She was the one who kind of did the initial report on ESPN that indicated that the Vikings were willing to move up for either Rashawn Slater or Justin Fields. I followed up on that a little bit, and yeah, I mean, the Vikings were very high on Fields. I actually am a little bit confused as to kind of why they didn't end up pulling the trigger on that, because the spots that they were willing to trade up for, that was before the Bears traded up, and they actually had a better trade package available to them. I don't know if they offered it, but they had a better trade package available to them than the Bears actually ended up offering for a quarterback of the future. So I'm a little bit surprised, but they were very close.
Yeah, especially him going into the division. I think that's going to end up nipping us in the butt. And we did. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I was just gonna say, last year going into the season, the big talk on the defense was they're young, a lot of potential, but they're young, and Zimmer had a lot of. There's a lot of excitement. This year going into the defense, there's going to be, what I heard, 10 of the 11 starters from last year or for this year are going to be new. So what is like the behind the scenes chatter about the defense? Is there as much confidence? Is there, what's kind of the talk, because it's 10 of 11 new guys?
Yeah, I think this year there's actually kind of heading in a little bit more confidence about that defensive setup. I think last year when you talked to them about the defense, a lot of the conversation was finding ways to get everybody acclimated. I think last year was also seven completely new out of the 11 or something along those lines. And so having a bunch of players come back like Danielle Hunter and Michael Pierce, who are already familiar with the playbook, obviously Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr are completely healthy now. That obviously adds a little bit of confidence. But on top of that, having a veteran like Patrick Peterson, having Bashaud Breeland, who's been around, I think 3 other teams, and he's been in the league since about 2014, having all of that along with the mix of kind of some of the younger players, I think that's kind of what is giving them a little bit more confidence. They know that Stephen Weatherly knows the system. They also know that they really trust the kind of development for DJ Wanham. And so, kind of whoever wins that job, they're going to be really happy with that. So I think you take a look around that defense, you talk to some of the people involved with the defense, Adam Zimmer, Mike Zimmer, and Andre Patterson, and I think you get a sense that they feel a lot more comfortable with the state of this year's defense.
We're speaking with Arif Hassan NFL on Twitter, covers the Vikings for The Athletic, theathletic.com. Is this Mike Zimmer's best defense yet, do you think?
I would be surprised. I think that 2017 defense is going to be tough to beat. I think that there are some question marks. Like, I don't know that somebody like Patrick Peterson can kind of live up to who he was. I don't know that they'll have kind of the same pass rush potential they had in 2017. But I don't know that there's going to be a better run defending defense than the one that the Vikings are going to be fielding. That's going to give them kind of a lot of potential. So even if they don't hit number 1 in the league like they did in 2017 in points allowed, they do have the potential to be a top 5 team. There's just a couple of question marks here and there that I have. Xavier Woods is not quite Anthony Harris, and I think that kind of the Sheldon Richardson rush package that they had in 2017 or Tom Johnson, that I think was able to generate a little bit more pressure. But certainly I think it's going to be better than the 2014, 2015, and definitely better than the 2020 defense.
So you're at training camp every day. I think the biggest hole that nobody knows about on the defensive side is our third linebacker. Is anybody shaping up to take that role on to start the season?
Yeah, I think the Vikings kind of want Nick Vigil to win that, and he's taking kind of a lot of reps there. We've seen Cameron Smith there a little bit as well, but they're certainly rotating through a bunch of people. Yesterday, when we talked to the linebackers coach Adam Zimmer, we asked like if there's going to be a little bit more, and they're going to give Blake Lynch and Troy Dye a little bit more run with the first team to see kind of how they fit in. But if I were to make a projection today, right now, I think it would be Nick Vigil who makes it. I think they really like Cameron Smith's, familiarity with the system, but I just think Vigil's kind of movement capability and his ability to kind of do a bunch of different stuff. I think that's kind of what they like, and that's why they signed him. I mean, Vigil worked with Paul Gunther, who's currently a senior defensive assistant with the Vikings, way back when they were both in Cincinnati, and I think that familiarity is giving him a bit of a leg up.
Love that. So my big question is, what are 2 non-obvious names that will be on the roster for Week 1 that most Vikings fans don't necessarily know that will be a big key in their season?
Yeah, well, I think the first one might be KJ Osborne. I think if you're the kind of fan that follows, training camp coverage religiously, that's a name that you've heard a lot. He's been coming up a lot in the conversations. But I think that, for a lot of Vikings fans, as soon as the season starts, that's when they decide to kind of tune in. And frankly, that's totally fine. I totally understand it.
Sure.
And I think that's when they're going to see KJ Osborne come out of the, who's this wearing number 17? Is that Jarius Wright? Did they bring him back? No, it's KJ Osborne. And he's been having a really great camp. Last year he didn't take a single offensive snap. He was kind of a scapegoat for what was happening on special teams, and honestly, fairly so. He was making a couple of screw up mistakes, but this year he has been really remarkable. So he could take the wide receiver 3 job. If it's not, it's Dede Westbrook. Either way, I think both of them will be able to contribute on offense. And then I think defensively, there's kind of a lot of names I could throw out there. I kind of want to focus on Bashaud Breeland a little bit because, he did get signed this offseason, but he got signed pretty late into the cycle. He might have missed a couple of people, their news feeds and stuff like that because he wasn't as big of a signing as somebody like Patrick Peterson. And I think based off of what we're seeing in camp, he might actually win the starting job away from Cameron Dantzler, who did a really good job last year, especially at the end of the year, but has been struggling a bit more than Breeland has in camp. And I think Breeland has been doing a pretty good job of kind of closing down on coverage, especially going up against Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. When you can look good against that kind of competition, that's a pretty good sign. So I think Bashaud Breeland on defense, KJ Osborne on offense.
Love that. And then also I have for you, looking at our first 3 weeks of the season, we've got the Bengals, Cardinals, Seahawks. Week 1 against the Bengals is a must win when you look at those 3 matchups. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think if they don't win against the Bengals, it could just be kind of the classic Vikings trap game, kind of their way back when they lost against Buffalo when they were 17-point favorites. It could be that, but I think for the most part, if they can't beat the Bengals, then they have to seriously reevaluate how good they are as a team and what their goals are and how they should kind of orient themselves, especially because I hear the Bengals offense is struggling so much in camp right now that if they can't take advantage of kind of the early season struggles that the Bengals might have as Joe Burrow tries to regain his confidence, then I don't know that they can kind of move forward and say, hey, we can take on Kyler Murray week 2 or anything like that. So certainly the Bengals is a must win. And
that's just the big thing when you look at it in the grand scheme of things is the team that wins the NFC North is always the teams that win the gimmies, right? They have to win those weeks. There's going to be a bunch of competitive weeks, but then like the Packers, for instance, when they roll the teams that they roll, it's because those are the gimmies that need to get done. Now, looking at the NFC North this year, do you think the Lions are underrated?
I think a little bit. I'm pretty concerned about that defense, though. I think that the offense might surprise some people. Everything I've been hearing about Dan Campbell, Dan Campbell, it has been actually remarkall. Like, wow. Yeah, I mean, he's really funny, right? Yeah. He's biting knees, he's chugging down 40 ounces of coffee and 4 espressos, and all that. Which, by the way, I totally get. Yeah. But you talk to some people who are familiar with what's happening inside the building. You're talking to people that are getting off the record conversations with players and stuff like that, and they're genuinely motivated. I was talking to a reporter for a national publication who just sat aside with Campbell for a little bit and came out of it feeling more motivated than he's ever been. He's like, I don't even, honestly, if I write this up, I feel like I'm going to cheapen it. Is kind of how he came in. So the impression that Campbell is leaving on people is really big, but a coach can only coach so much out of their players, and the talent level in Detroit. I mean, I like their offensive line, but I mean, you take a look at that receiver core and you just kind of have some questions. How good Jared Goff has been the past 2 years. It hasn't been great. They had to, package, they ended up getting a first back with Jared Goff. Like it's just, he's not a valuable asset. So I don't know that the Lions are going to be all that great, but I think that they're going to surprise some people in a couple of games. I like Hawkinson. I like the offensive line. That defense gives me a ton of worries, though.
So when we had John last year, we had kind of talked about the quarterback situation and if we thought, the Vikings would actually do something. For the past few years, there's never been any type of heir apparent plan. Obviously, earlier in this, we talked about Justin Fields and the fact that they kind of made the move, but then they do, early in the third round, pull the trigger on Kellen Mond. What you've seen, briefly of him, because he was out with the COVID, is he something to get excited about for the future for Vikings fans? Is he just kind of going to be a backup role, or could he be a future star for us?
Yeah, everything I've seen from Kellen Mond so far, which, as you mentioned, is not very much, tells me he's not going to kind of compete right away. I think he's still kind of figuring out the offense. Certainly, I believe that his long-term potential is somebody that might be able to challenge for a starting position. But as he was learning the offense in camp and stuff like that, he didn't really look a lot like his Texas A&M self, one that had the ability to kind of pull the trigger and get rid of the ball quickly, had the ability to win those intermediate targets and thread the ball through tight windows. He was somebody that was taking a little bit of extra time to identify his targets, was a little bit off in his timing and his accuracy. So when he's willing to contribute, I think that Vikings fans might be a little bit apprehensive, but I think that he just kind of needs a full off season and a little bit of development. I don't think he's ready to contribute this year, which is why I think it was really great to see Jake Browning do so well over the past couple of days with kind of the reins of the offense.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably keep 3 quarterbacks because you're not going to put Kellen Mond on the practice squad. Hopefully Browning does win that backup role. And yeah, I mean, you draft him hoping that in 2 years, when Kirk is done, we don't owe him any more guaranteed money, that he is ready and can contribute for us. My last question, which is a painful question just because of our past, is our kicking situation.
I was going to ask that too.
Do we have anything? What's going on with our kicking situation?
You keep asking me these questions where I just give this negative answer. I don't really feel that badly about the team. I think the team's on the upsurge.
Right.
But you asked me about the kicking situation. I'm just like, boy, I don't really have any great news for you. Greg Joseph has been taking most of the kicks with the Vikings because Riley Patterson has been on PUP. He's only recently been activated, and Joseph has been missing a fair share of kicks. They put him in some situational drills. He's been kicking it a little bit too wide, a little bit too often. You hear about some kickers that are kind of average during the season and they're perfect during camp because it's so much different in a live game. And I just think we're so far away from even that I just have genuine concerns about the kicking unit. Patterson, he's only recently come back, but in mini camp he looked significantly worse than Greg Joseph, and he missed a couple yesterday when I was able to watch him. So hopefully he'll figure something out. Maybe he was missing some kicks in camp because of whatever injury put him on the PUP in the first place. And as he kind of refigures out his mechanics as he's returning from injury, maybe that'll resolve it. They really liked what he was able to do in college, obviously, which is why they signed him. But I would think that kind of in the same way that the Vikings, took a look at their punter situation last year and just decided, no, and just brought in somebody else completely new, and it worked out really well. I think they might try to do that at kicker.
Awesome.
Well, let's hope so. How many wins for us this year, Arif?
17 game season. I always have to think about that.
Yeah.
I think it might be a 10-win season for the Vikings. I wouldn't say that, they didn't get better. They obviously did, and they were a near 500 team last year. I think the addition or re-addition of Rodgers to the Packers roster is going to make it a little bit more difficult to win the division. But I think, looking at that schedule and seeing kind of which games look winnable to me, I think 10 is a pretty reasonable amount. Maybe that's enough for a wild card.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you, Arif Hassan. You can find him on Twitter at Arif Hassan. And then follow him. Great articles, lengthy articles at theathletic.com. We always appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again here in the future, Arif.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Reef.
Appreciate it.
Just nothing but a professional.
Oh, he's
Just
the best.
Nothing but you throw him curveballs and he just hits dingers.
Matt wanted me to give him the questions before, and it's no, he is on the fly.
And
he's
can
amazing.
You can bring up the most obscure thing to him.
Yeah.
Like, name me 2 guys that
Love
knows.
it.
And he
has
knows them.
15 lined
Yeah.
up, ready to go.
I
It's
love
hard for him to just give you 2. So.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, it's the best part of this job,
Yeah, love it.
having the people like that
More
in our
guests.
wheelhouse.
We're
So
getting back into it.
that was
Love
great.
it. Tevin, you still awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. Man.
Barely.
Yeah.
He's over there downloading porn.
Oh,
no.
Tevin.
What is Roadcaster
Oh, that's
Pro?
the thing
That's the sound.
runs everything.
When I went on initials today, Mikey, you're a big winner.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He goes, fucking.
Yeah, somebody cleared our bank of sound effects, and so I had to upload your guys' transition music here.
Oh, I wonder who did that.
I'm not gonna name any names.
Gabe.
To call anybody out.
It wasn't. What was the other guy that was a producer for a day?
Oh, Zach.
Black Zach.
When he filled
No, you don't call him that.
That was the episode. That was the episode I missed where you guys did the initials of initials that you did 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right. And Doge
Cardboard
won.
So
Fuck off, Greg.
right, there we go. We need a fuck off Greg counter.
Right. Yeah, just at the bottom, how many times? Just
Ding. No, if there was a counter, then it would just get excessive. It's good to throw in here and there.
So before this episode, Matt was changing out of his work attire and got really vocal and excited and tried to do some trash talking when it came to the initials game. So I might let you get 1 point.
yeah.
Keyword let you.
And he's
Go
also
ahead.
wearing black socks
You
with
go
his "Hey
ahead.
dudes."
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's only fair. I don't want to embarrass you.
You just give it your all.
Yeah, good
You
luck.
gotta understand, Greg. You're the favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're plus money. People don't bet on plus.
Well,
Yeah,
they were-
nobody
they were
nobody
smart.
out there in Twist Nation ever roots
No.
for you, Greg.
You don't bet on the
That's true.
fucking favorite.
My dad doesn't.
No, your own dad wants you to
No,
lose.
that's what I'm saying, Greg. So you're expected to win. When I win, people like it more. I am the meat sauce.
Yeah, no, I get it. But it's what do you want me to do? Let you win?
No, I want you
Please.
to try because it makes me feel
That'd
that
be
much
great,
better
actually.
when I do win.
I already did win. I don't have to eat that $40 burger, so I'm playing with house money the rest of the show.
I think
I'll give you $40 just to keep the bet back.
Oh, it's off. It's already off.
actually my first thought was I'm leaving for Puerto Rico early Monday morning. I could use that $40 doing
40
something
bucks
else.
will
Yeah.
buy you anything down there.
Right. You could buy a ship.
Anything.
I didn't realize
Island.
Yeah.
I looked on. I didn't realize their weather is like exactly the same as ours.
Yeah.
this time of year.
If you're gonna relapse, you might as well do it there because you could buy a lot of crack cocaine for $40.
40 bucks? Yeah, you know, you'd be sipping on that
Mounds.
Jose,
No,
the tequila with the worm in it.
tequila's something you drink when you lose a bet.
No, tequila's something I used to drink
Long Island's?
going out to the bar.
Is Long Island's tequila?
Oh yeah, tequila,
Right?
triple sec.
Yeah, vodka, rum,
Oh,
triple
rum.
sec, and then some people do and then tequila, and then sour and a little splash of Coke.
Listen to you, fucking.
'Cause I was a bartender.
Listen to you, cocktail back there. Just
Yeah.
shaking it, spinning
Fuck it, mix me up one.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's fucking go. All right. we
Eat,
are
sleep, twist, repeat.
The initials game. Today's initials, JB.
Jay, what?
JB.
JB.
JB, Jay Bizzle. Hopefully you're
Jay.
watching. Share the show.
All right.
Oh yes.
I feel like,
I got nothing. I tell Greg every time I hear the initials, I black out. I do. I hate this game.
Here we go. First item in JB. Clue number 1. Appeared in 2016's Zoolander 2. Clue number 2. Connected to Kate McKinnon, Miley Cyrus, and Jimmy Fallon.
Greg. Justin Bieber.
What the? Yes.
Yeah,
Come on, Greg. I didn't expect you to get that one. All right. Well,
that's all right. Good for you, Greg.
good for you, GBG.
One on the board.
One on the board. GBG with 1.
Nobody cares.
Item number 2, JB. Clue number 1, his wife was killed. Clue number 2, he was infected with the prion variant. Clue number 3, was friends with intelligence analyst Chloe O'Brien.
Mike. The power of Bauer. Jack is back.
Yes, let's go, Jack Bauer. You think there's not?
Wow.
So I never watched that show
Oh.
live, but now I'm like watching it now on Hulu. It's a terrible show.
No, it's great. 24.
bad?
24 is terrible.
No.
Like, it's
Okay,
good.
then I'm not gonna
It's
do it.
good.
Jack
I saw
Bauer,
it.
he's a legend.
I hate it because there's no way all this is happening in 24 hours.
Oh, it
He
is.
goes from like a Chinese prison to saving the world in one episode.
The power of Bauer, bro.
No, I can't. I'm out.
I'm glad he got it because I wouldn't have known that one.
I wouldn't have either.
Yeah.
I never got into 24.
Good for you.
You can have that one.
Yep,
I didn't. No, I took it.
Yeah.
You're in third place, Matt.
that's fine.
Yeah, well, technically tied for 4th.
It's all about
Yes.
competition. Yeah.
You're tied for last.
Yeah. That's all right.
Mike's ahead of you.
Item
For now.
number 3. Clue number 1 appeared in 1982 in a 1982 commercial for the video game Pitfall. Clue number 2.
I got it.
Matt, James Brown.
Incorrect. Clue number 2
He has it.
was in a Neil Diamond tribute band.
Oh, you thought you had it until then.
Clue number 3.
Greg, Jason Biggs.
Incorrect.
Yes.
Jason Biggs?
Neil Diamond tribute band from the movie Saving Silverman.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, I know what it is too. God.
Just slide me a sheet of paper.
Clue number 3. Once disguised himself as a substitute teacher.
What? I'm supposed to get that?
Think.
Clue number think. Don't
I
do what you
am
normally do.
thinking.
Just think. Clue number 4. Once kicked a dog off a bridge. Clue number 5 was a Mexican wrestler.
Oh,
Jack Black, Mike.
Yes.
There you go.
Substitute
Nacho
teacher.
Libre!
And he was in the Neil Diamond
Yes.
in School of Rock.
Yeah, I
Right after.
He was in Saving Silverman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just got the wrong guy from that movie.
Yeah. Good job. You're in the lead, bud.
Yeah.
There we go.
2-1 to 0.
Oh, fuck.
Clue number
Fuck
1.
you, Tevin.
Oh, sorry. I'll include your score too. You also have.
Ah, yes.
Clue number 1 appeared in a 2014 Kevin Costner film. Clue number 2 was a Montezuma Monroe in 1999 Oliver Stone film.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Clue number 3 is in the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame.
Greg, Jim Brown.
There you go.
I was gonna
GBG
say that,
back
too.
on the board with 2.
I should have just fired in.
You should have.
Should have.
I'm trying to think of what 2014 Kevin Costner film, and then I got draft day. He's at the end of it.
Your favorite movie ever.
we've
I
got
fucking
a,
hate that movie.
Before we go any further, we just got to chime in from Chief.
Oh,
He wants to see Mike win for once.
First off, Ed, I've won
Yeah,
plenty of times.
Imagine that.
without
Thanks,
me
Chief.
here.
Yeah.
No, I beat you.
You never beat me.
Just make
I've
sure you're
beat you
sharing the
one
show.
time.
One
Okay.
time. Yeah, I wasn't here.
No, you were here too.
Nope.
All right, what do we got? 2 to 2 to 0 to 0.
2 to 2 to 0 to 0.
Yep.
Clue number 1, JB.
Thanks for tuning in, Chief.
Appeared in the 2002 Leonardo DiCaprio film Catch Me If You Can. Clue number 2. Often seen holding a Vesper.
I don't even know what that is.
Clue number 3. Often seen in casinos. Clue number 4. Connected to a legendary 1997 video game. Clue number 5. Was created by Ian Fleming in 1953. And lastly, clue number 6. Commonly introduced himself starting with his last name followed by
Greg. Greg.
Greg.
James Bond.
There you go. Bond. James Bond. GBG with 3. Matt, I guess he kind of like almost got a point.
You
there.
did.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
It's all right.
Here we go. Clue number 1. Was rescued by Italian fishermen. Clue number 2. Often seen near a scope. Clue number 3. His real name is David Webb.
Unbelievable.
Clue number 4. Was once shot at while jumping into the East River.
Matt, Jason Bourne.
Benz, you did it. You got your first point.
Nice.
There we go.
Fucking A.
David Webb. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good for you.
God, JB is tough.
JB is, yeah.
It is tough.
I mean, it's
You gotta
well,
admit, it's
not
tough.
really. These are all pretty
He
Fuck
doesn't.
you,
he doesn't
Greg.
have to admit anything.
They're actually not.
You gotta. You gotta admit.
You got James Bond on the last clue. It's tough. I don't want to hear it.
Clue number 1. We have GBG with 3,
3, 2, 1.
Mike with 2, Benz with 1. Clue number 1. Was forbidden to see a magician. Clue number 2. In 2017, had no memory of let's start this over.
Yeah,
In
start it over.
2017, had no memory of stabbing a man to death. Clue number 3. dealt with an urban legend known as the Tall Man. Clue number 4 was chased by Leatherface. Clue number 5 was seen in the music video for Man of the Woods. And lastly, clue number 6 was Mary Camden on Seventh Heaven.
Mike. Jessica Biel.
Here we go. Ties it
I
up.
knew it. I was
Seventh heaven. When I see your happy faces smiling back at me. Seventh heaven. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
great show.
Yeah, apparently.
I gotta take
word
this,
for it.
I gotta take this seriously now. Apparently, we're singing after we get one right.
Oh, you think we're
that
fucking
was
not?
A great one. That was a great one.
All right. Two-way tie at the top with 3. Ben, you are in the rear with
Got one.
Yeah, I got it.
Got one.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Clue number 1 has rumored connections to Slimer from Ghostbusters. Slimer from
Slimer.
Ghostbusters? I don't watch Ghostbusters. Slimer from Ghostbusters. Clue number 2,
Matt Jim Belushi.
incorrect.
Wow.
I just had to go. I had to go. You're old. You would have
You
known.
didn't have to, but you did.
Yeah.
You're old. You would have known. I had to go before you got it.
Clue number 2,
Jesus.
spent time in the Juliet Correctional Center. Clue number 3, his death was caused by a speedball.
Mike, James Brown.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Clue number 4,
Yes.
connected to the word college. Clue number 5, once said, was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Oh, what?
Yeah, come on, history. Fuck.
No, it's not. It's Jim Belushi.
Do you want to buzz in with your name?
Oh, Greg, Jim Belushi.
Well, that's what Ben's guessed.
So it's not. It's
John
Belushi.
Yep.
Doge.
Doge!
Shit.
I know, right? God, I was close, huh, Tevin?
Yeah.
On
yeah,
one clue, I was
got,
close.
You got 1 3/4.
I didn't know his name. I knew there
I
was.
couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes! Come on, focus.
There was a
You're in
trade.
the fucking lead
There's
here.
a trade. I was looking. It was a dumb trade.
Clue number 1, connected to Kevin Nealon and Jason Sudeikis. Clue number 2, gave a speech about consent at the 2016 Academy Awards. Clue number 3, famous for traveling by train. Clue number 4, has been seen in the Situation Room. And clue number 5, was given the presidential...
Matt, Joe Biden.
Ben's coming in strong with 2 now.
I'm surprised.
2 and 3.
I knew it. I refused to say it.
I was gonna say, of all the JBs that
I
jumped into
know.
my head, the current president
I
never
know,
jumped
right.
into my head.
All
2.
right, let's see. We've got
Two.
5 left.
Yep.
So, yeah, Ben's, you need to get 4 of these to win,
Okay.
and everybody else just needs 2.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 2, because we played a 5 here. All right. Item number this one, clue number 1.
Item number this one.
Oh, yeah, this is too much now.
a lot going on.
Included the red flower. Clue number 2. Connected to Scarlett Johansson and Bill Murray. Clue number 3. Buzzy, Flaps, Ziggy, and Dizzy were a parody of the Beatles. Clue number 4. Included a boy in a basket. Clue number 5. Included the bare necessities.
Matt, Jungle Book.
Matt, yes, let's go. Tying it up. 3-way tie.
Wow.
Here's full strength. Can't lose. Let's go.
Oh.
I love the competition though. It makes it better.
Go. Ooh, and these last 4,
I know
we're
one's.
at the bottom
Greg
of the
will
barrel.
know them.
we're
That's
at
the
bottom
problem.
of the barrel.
Yeah.
Clue number 1 was broadcast from space on December 16th, 1965. Clue number 2. First published in 1857. Clue number 3. Children often connect this to Batman. Clue number 4. Schroeder played this in a 1965 animated special. Clue number 5 was featured in 1983's A Christmas Story. And lastly, clue number 6 was originally titled One Horse Open Sleigh.
Mike.
Greg.
5,
Greg.
4,
Can I?
Greg,
No.
Now
I
he
get my
can.
fucking
Now you
countdown.
got-
3, 2, 1.
Jolly.
Jingle bells.
Oh, fuck you.
Yep. Good job. Greg.
GBG, one away from victory.
That's a good one. I told you, once it gets to the bottom of the barrel, he's the only one that's going to know him.
Hey, I said Jolly. It's close.
You're close, yeah.
All right, here
Oh,
we
he
go.
just
GBG.
he
Got
just
some
made
wiggle-
it.
I got
Just
some
made
wiggle-
his face. I fucking hate that face.
GBG for the win. Everybody else trying to play spoiler.
Yep.
Here we go. Clue number 1 was an ESPN broadcaster. Clue number 2 played running back for the Armadillos. Clue number 3 was a con artist who ran a popsicle scam.
Greg. Jason Bateman.
Look at me.
Yeah, he ran the popsicle scam in the
You know what else?
cartoon.
You're a big winner.
And he was on ESPN, the
You're a
Ocho.
big winner.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
GBG.
Good
takes,
job, Greggy.
What, like a month off, comes back in
Barely wins.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah.
mid-season form.
I mean, that's competition right there.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were sweating.
You had,
That
me,
was great.
you had me nervous for
That's
about
good.
4 seconds.
That's all right. That shaves about
Yeah. Thank you.
that shaves about 4 years
Thank
off
you.
your life.
I'm good.
All right, good.
Back to where I need. Back to where I belong.
That might have been the most entertaining and impressive initials game performance collectively.
You don't need this yet.
I was impressed with Mike. Little disappointed in Matt from the start.
Oh, that I've been up since 12:45, Grant. My brain is like mashed potatoes right now.
Always an excuse.
What? If
Mike doesn't have an excuse when he goes 0 for 5.
Yeah, he does. He hates the game. He says that every time.
That's not an excuse. I do hate the game.
That's all right.
Well, yeah, here we are. So let's keep it pushing to the twist topics of the week.
Yeah.
Here we go. Topic number 1. Is Russell Westbrook to the Lakers enough to win it all?
Mike. Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah. They won it all and didn't even need him. So yeah. It's great.
I think that they fall into the same thing that happens with Brooklyn is you have so much money invested into 3 guys that those guys have to stay healthy. You don't have any other options. I told you guys earlier this week that you would get really good odds, and I would put a considerable amount of money on it, that I would bet that neither the Brooklyn Nets nor the Lakers make the finals, because I think people look at it as being just too easy. You got 3 future Hall of Famers on one team, but they have to stay healthy. And out of both teams, neither one of those 6 guys, none other than Durant, none of those, well, Westbrook too, but none of those guys are have this history of being healthy over the past couple of years. LeBron's going to get hurt. AD has a history of getting hurt a lot. Kyrie might not care to play. He might
Right.
have some social issue he wants to go. And Harden proved that if he doesn't care, he's not going to play. So do they have enough? Yes, if they're healthy.
Yeah. I think that it should be enough, right? You know, you have LeBron, and anybody that's competent with LeBron should get a ring. That's just the way it is. But also, LeBron is aging, right? As is that team.
He's my age.
I thought he's 37.
We graduated the same year, Greg, 03. So he's older.
Okay.
I graduated young, but he's my age. So
Yeah.
we're not aging.
In professional sports, he's old.
He's God.
Look at everybody else that came in his draft class. Where are they at? Either playing with him or retired.
Yeah, Carmelo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's just be real. So when it comes to that, Westbrook is a great asset as long as Russell can be a role player. He needs to understand he's going to be a role player.
No, he's not. They brought him in to be Russell Westbrook.
I don't know.
They did 100%.
To lead the show.
LeBron and AD
Yep.
both said that they would play the 5 and the 4, and they will adapt to him. LeBron doesn't need to be the LeBron of Cleveland or Miami, where he takes.
Sure.
He's the best facilitator in the game.
So you
he's
want
the
him up
smartest.
top.
He has the highest basketball IQ
Right.
in the game.
That's what I'm saying. You want him up top.
So he's good enough to just
Dribble the ball up.
let other players do their thing.
I don't know.
And sidebar, real quick about LeBron. I was going to talk about this before the show.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
So you were gone for the last show,
Where I-
episode 69, Upside Down Sex.
Okay.
And Matt talked about Space Jam, did a review on it. The new one?
Yep.
Yep.
I saw it. Yep.
I couldn't get past 30 minutes past. This is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Started Space Jam with LeBron, and he couldn't watch more than 30 minutes.
First of all, it was dumb.
It was horrible.
It was.
It surprises me that you wouldn't have just
Right,
watched
pushed
it.
through.
Yeah, pushed
through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I like watching LeBron play basketball, not watching LeBron play LeBron about
Not
basketball.
A
He's
glossed up
horrible.
LeBron.
He's a horrible actor.
Horrible.
Bad.
Did you ever see
Trainwreck, he was good.
But Trainwreck, he wasn't. I mean, it's like
He was a cameo.
yeah. And here's the thing: is it's like he's not acting because he's playing himself.
He played himself in
Yes,
Space Jam
I
and
know.
was
and it was bad.
bad. He can't even play himself
Fake wife,
well.
fake kids.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, if we between these lines, it's business.
This business in these
It's like
lines.
this kid's fucking
Fake Bronny.
10.
Yeah.
Like, he's out there shooting trick shots. Like, if you in between these lines, it's business.
Right. Horrible.
Good.
So
Good try, man.
thanks.
All right, we ready for the second one?
Sure.
All right. Here we go. Or actually, hold on. Before we move on.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that LeBron is just trying to extend his career. You bring in Russell Westbrook, he's going to take the back seat like he did in Miami, so that way he can extend his career because he's trying to play with his son when he comes.
Love that.
Oh, 100% he's trying to play with Bronny. I was thinking about this too. It's funny you brought that up. You see all the reports of LeBron at Bronny's basketball games.
Yeah.
And Bronny, like,
Can't
you
stand it.
got to play between these lines.
Can't stand
He
it.
can't
He
stand
literally walks
it.
away from his
So,
dad.
like, as much as LeBron is priming himself to be there when Bronny gets drafted and play with them, I don't think Bronny wants it.
No.
And here's the other thing too: is I know you guys can get defensive because for some reason you went to go watch a high school
We're
basketball
not
game a couple years.
defensive.
I don't know if Bronny's good enough. I'm serious.
You're fucking high.
But okay,
When we
I'm
went
not.
to go-
I'm not saying he's like one of the. Maybe he's in the top 100.
No,
of,
I'm just saying-
I'm saying that they're now. Now in every draft, we're going to get to the draft. Half the players taking are European.
Sure.
Half the players are taking are
Yeah,
Grow up in
because
their
it's a
senior
Me
year.
Too
I get what you're
movement.
saying.
What I'm saying is
But
that,
Everybody
I get what
needs
you're
to be
saying, 'cause
included,
when
Greg.
I saw him play,
yeah.
I didn't think as much of him. But what grade was he in? 8th?
Ninth.
Yeah,
he wasn't
ninth
even.
grade. Okay.
He wasn't even
So,
part of their
but
starters,
now
but he's
I s-
already on. It wasn't because of his name
Right.
that
I'm
he
not
made the
saying-
team. That's the best, one of the best top 5 high school basketball teams in the country.
I understand. What I'm saying is that he's not going to get drafted in the 2022. It's 2023,
No, it's 2024.
2024. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things happen.
Do you know how
Right.
much money he's going to make in college
Well, of course he is.
on that NIL?
No, it'll switch. It'll switch to straight out of high school
Yeah.
by the time he's in there.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No
way.
fishbowl
He
bet
shouldn't. He shouldn't. Okay.
Fishbowl bet. Let's go.
Lock that in.
We have a fishbowl.
Also,
for 2024.
also, that's easy money. That's easy money there. But also, he shouldn't. He should not. Let's just say that. Let me elaborate. Not only him, but basketball players as a whole should not be able to come straight out of high school at the age of 18, 19 years old
Oh,
and
yeah,
go
they
play in the NBA.
LeBron James
No.
did.
I'm not.
Kevin Garnett. A lot of them. Kobe Bryant.
I understand that. There
Not
are,
only is
but they
Bronny
could
going to
have
get
been
drafted,
so much better.
so is Bryce Maximus. Both of them will. This isn't Michael Jordan and his cheap fucking stepchildren. These are James kids, okay? You just wait.
Next question.
These are the James kids.
These are the James boys.
it's
James
James
gang.
gang, yeah.
James gang.
I wonder if he's raised them to be communists too.
Oh yeah,
Fuck it. Who
for
cares?
sure.
So we've got
Again, it's on the court. All I care about, Greg.
What are your NBA free agency has gotten off to a fast start? What are your guys' thoughts on what the Chicago Bulls are doing, acquiring their new big four now that they have rolling down there in Chicago?
I think it's hilarious that every picture you see
It's three.
is the 3 when the best player is Vucevic,
Yeah,
or however you say it. And he's not, they don't even talk about him. It's
Right.
like, so yeah, that it is a big 4. And I'm not a big DeMar DeRozan guy. I think he's a fine player.
Yeah, he's a great player.
I think he's a fine player.
Yeah, great.
Lonzo Ball.
Meh.
He
Got paid.
good for him.
85?
I'm all about you getting paid.
And that's the thing.
Obviously, I love Zach LaVine.
Rich Paul, do you see that thing? So Rich Paul.
No.
Rich Paul is his agent,
Does
like
he-
everybody else.
Right.
LeBron's guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So they originally had gone to New Orleans and said, "We want 80 mil in 4 years," and they laughed in his face and said, "You ain't getting that. Come back to the table when you want to negotiate." So he went
For
and got
real.
85
Yeah.
in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. I'm excited, man. I think Chicago in of itself is just, you always want the Bulls to be what they were, right? Back in the Michael days. You want that jersey.
It's
The
one of those
black
teams-
with the red pinstripe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on. Like,
It's the way when I saw this question,
Yeah.
first thing I thought of was it's the Milwaukee Bucks approach to how to compete against the
Everyone
Nets
else.
and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Right.
You either have big three or you have a collection of B-level players.
Correct.
And that's what the Bulls have.
Yep. Yeah.
The problem is the Bulls don't have Giannis because that type of philosophy only works if you have a
One.
superstar.
Right.
Because nobody would have heard, and I'm a Bucks fan. Nobody would have ever heard of Chris Middleton if he didn't play with Giannis. Nobody would have cared that Drew Holiday came over last offseason if it wasn't for Giannis.
Sure.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, they're not Giannis.
No.
Right.
So they're like,
And as we saw in the finals, you need a superstar.
yeah.
Right.
But see, the way that, I mean, look who would the Bucks play against? The Suns. The Suns have the same approach.
But-
you
right.
have a bunch of really good guys.
Yeah.
You have one top level guy and a bunch of really good guys. Because I would make, I don't know how you guys feel, but I think that Booker is a better all around player than Chris Paul.
Oh,
Chris
yes.
Paul
Yeah.
complements Booker really well.
They play well together.
And I think that's what teams are doing to combat the Lakers and the Nets. Is if we can get enough good guys, we might be able to wear them out over a 7-game series.
And Zach LaVine is a baller.
Yeah, he is.
That dude can
Yeah.
score. And to me, I love Devin Booker, and I'd probably take him over LaVine. But LaVine he's more explosive. You know, he's driving to the rim. He's got the shot. He's just more of an athlete, which is why when he got drafted by the Wolves, they took him like that.
Right.
And I called it pre-twist, pre-everything, that LaVine would be a better player than Wiggins.
Correct.
And I was right.
There you go.
JB.
There you go.
Yeah. Bring that up. I'm going to call him later.
Next.
All right, and so this was obviously made before Kawhi re-upped with the.
Did he re-up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he re-upped with the Clippers. They also signed Justice Winslow. Is this enough to put the Clippers at the top of the West?
No.
No.
Justice Winslow?
Old Miami.
And
I know who he is.
Justice.
And first of all,
Justice is
what
served.
Kawhi
He
did,
played for Duke. I know exactly who he is.
what Kawhi did was a dick move to the organization.
Kawhi is a dick.
Yeah, because he could have.
Yeah.
There were 3 different things he could have done, and he didn't do any of them. 2, like all 3 of them would have helped out the team.
Right.
He could have re-upped. He could have completely opted out. He also could have taken the injury exception.
Yep. Sure.
Where they would have gotten back insurance money, and he didn't do that. He was
But,
out for
all right.
himself.
I
get
hate
that.
Kawhi. I always have.
Hey,
No,
I-
you just.
I get all that. The claw is the claw. You know what's awesome about what he does?
Closes.
It's business.
Yeah.
And they would do the exact same thing if they could get money back and they could screw him out of money.
Well, sure.
Okay, so he's going to do him. And the best part about the only difference between Kawhi and LeBron is that Kawhi doesn't run his mouth. He's just quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
LeBron runs his mouth and
Okay.
talks about
But,
shit. he doesn't
okay,
know.
Anybody who signs a shoe deal with New Balance, I don't trust.
Oh, shush.
And here's the other thing. You say they would do it to him.
Yeah.
When you own a professional sports team,
Yeah.
you've made your money doing several different
Sure.
things.
This is all he's got.
This is all he's got.
Yeah.
So
Right,
he played
make
the
it
guy-
all.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it.
Right.
But at the same time, understand what your role is. And
lead.
right now, he's not taking on a leadership role in that
He's
organization.
milking it.
Yeah. So
So fuck him, right? Yep.
Pretty much. The NBA draft was last week. We had a couple of Minnesota players going, especially Jalen Suggs. What was he, 7th overall to
Fifth.
Orlando? 5th overall?
Yeah.
What were your guys' takeaways from the NBA draft?
Slipped right through it.
I'll start there. Jalen Suggs to the Magic. I wrote yuck.
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 Disgusting.
Mo Bamba, though.
Oh, God. So we had the guy in from Glass Half Sports. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Nick.
Nick Huffman.
Big Dick Nick.
Yep.
So I didn't, with the Wolves out of it, I love basketball, but I just didn't, we weren't in the,
No.
didn't have the first pick, which Ant, he's firing on all cylinders right now. He is. Oh, I'm so fucking pumped for Ant.
He just christened himself in the Lake Minnetonka. He bathed in the water. He's
He's purified.
No,
Purified.
he's
He-
playing. He's balling right now.
Duh.
Do you see the video?
Oh yeah, he's dunking on everybody.
Dude, he's so crispy. But I did go and look at Jalen Green. Cade Cunningham is obviously a name I knew, watched him in college. But Jalen Green to the Rockets, I liked. Oh, Jalen Green is a baller.
Oh, he is, but
He is a
they're the
baller.
Rockets.
Pistons with
Correct.
Cade Cunningham. What I really liked was in the second round with the Iowa guy, Luka
Yeah.
Garza.
Luka.
Luka Garza's
Big
he's
boy.
a solid role playing
Iowa
guy.
Center, remember that dude?
Luka Garza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another
That's a
big
good
question mark for me was Davian Mitchell.
Yep.
Went to the Kings where they have De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield,
Right.
and Halliburton.
Didn't they just get rid of Buddy? Maybe not.
Buddy's a guy that they're
shopping.
shopping, but their starters are two.
Yep.
Their mainframe guys are the position he plays, and they drafted him 9th.
Perfect. Plug and play.
Zaire Williams.
yeah.
Yep, we watched him play in
Where's
high
he go?
school at the high school basketball game, Greg.
With the kids.
Yeah,
That's
with the kids.
better basketball than the Wolves.
Yeah, he got drafted 10th.
I just wouldn't have spent time or money watching
You
a bunch
would've
of high
came.
school kids I never
You
saw.
would have came.
I wouldn't have.
Greg. It was a
Greg.
good time. You would have had fun.
Greg.
Greg, just
Greg.
lower the ego. You would have had fun.
I wouldn't have brought it up. Mike was trying to mock my voice, which didn't sound anything like me.
It did.
Oh, you're spot on.
Another guy who played in that basketball game, BJ Boston. He
Oh,
got
yeah, he got
drafted.
drafted?
Yeah, second round, 51 to the Grizz, but he's going to the Lakers.
It was
Clippers.
it was
Clippers, excuse
McDonald's
me.
All American game.
So,
That's what it was like.
Okay.
yeah.
Master P was there. Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he was making people say,
He looked at right
Because
at
his
us.
kid was playing.
Yeah, this kid was
If
playing.
my kid plays in a game, I'm gonna go watch him too. But I
at
wouldn't
Target
expect
Center?
some random person from the city to watch my kid play.
I'm with GBG on this one. Like,
I go watch
Grown men
town.
that, like,
I go
don't
watch
get
town
hyped.
baseball games, dude.
That was like
know
by
anybody.
far the most fun I've ever had at a basketball game.
Thank you.
There was more
It was.
people in the Target Center that go watch the
was
Wolves.
full.
It was sold out.
Full.
So when you got, it was Dwayne Wade's kid, it was LeBron's kid, Zaire, Boston. It had the lanky fella from here. It had Jalen Suggs.
Oh, yeah.
Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren.
Who's the
Lanky
number
fella
one
from
number
here.
one
Chet
recruit.
Holmgren's going to be the number 1 overall pick next year.
Greg,
Okay.
Jalen Suggs was the 5th overall
would
pick.
you have wanted to go
So-
see Aaron Rodgers in high school?
No.
If you could have, if he was coming to your town.
No.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Come on.
If Arch Manning comes to play football,
That's what it was like for us.
yeah, I
So
wouldn't
same.
go see it.
Right.
Yes, you would.
I'm not
No, I
going to
wouldn't.
watch
Oh.
high school football.
If they said,
Gross.
here, dude.
One of the coolest college.
Unless he was playing against one of my stepkids.
Oh, he would eat your stepkids up.
Well,
for
okay,
lunch.
that's my point. If I had a reason to go to the game that was personal, then I would go.
All right, Greg,
I'm
that's
with you.
good.
I'm with GBG.
I'm glad that you got too much shit to do. I get it. It's all right.
No.
You got better shit to do.
I'm a
go watch
fucking
TV.
host of a highly successful sports show. I go watch sports
I
things.
indulge.
Okay.
You know, you got to remember we're fucking 30s, dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know.
Yeah, I know it's hard to get your fucking walker out of the car and fucking be mobile around the old city there, you old fuck. Let's go. Next one.
Topic number 5. Who wins the Patriot quarterback battle? Cam Newton or Mac Jones?
Oh, Big Mac attack, baby. When's he going to take that number 50 off? Huh?
Yeah, I know he is wearing number 50. That is
Yeah,
very
well,
weird.
I mean, I guess what's the question? Because it's
The question's
week
who's
one?
going to win.
It
Week
doesn't-
one?
it
The
doesn't-
battle.
It doesn't say week one. That's
Is
my
that-
question.
yeah, that's-
Yeah, they're in a quarterback.
Yeah.
I understand.
battle right
Are
now.
you saying week one?
Yes.
We'll say
Cam.
Cam Newton.
Cam.
Cam Newton.
Cam will
Incorrect.
start week one.
Yeah.
No, he
Maybe
won't.
six.
Belichick won't. Nope. He'll let Cam fail. Then it's an easy. it's
So
an
why
easy
call it?
flop.
Why call it a quarterback? It's not me that called it that.
Because
Bill
You're trying to
Bill
get the
called it
best
a
out of
quarterback?
both
Yes,
quarterbacks.
it's a quarterback
I wanna hear that.
competition
I want-
in training camp.
yeah, why? Because then
Yes.
both
If you ask Bill, he's already said multiple times Cam's their quarterback.
No,
And because-
that's
switched.
changed.
and because you get out in front of it. People are watching every practice. If both quarterbacks are getting the same amount of snaps as the first teamer, you can say, okay, it's a quarterback battle. What he's
Right.
actually doing is trying to get Mac as many reps as possible so he can start Cam.
I think
That's a
Cam's
safe
going to
bet.
start too.
Yeah,
okay,
I'd,
good.
I'd like Mac to start.
All right, there
So I
you
could
go.
slip him into
Week
that
6 or
super
7.
flex
Yeah, he's
against
got him in the
Tevin.
league. That's
Week
fine.
6 or 7, you know.
4 or 5.
That's fine. That's fine.
And last topic for the day.
There you go.
Will Justin Fields and or Trey Lance be starting for their respective teams week 1?
Yes,
Fields, yes. Trey, no.
Correct, Greg.
No.
Justin Fields will 100% beat out
Yes.
Andy Dalton.
No.
Absolutely.
Yes, he will.
I
Not
will-
week 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Not week
Yes.
1.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Water beds. Lock him in.
Double.
Yeah.
You see this, America? Double. I'm going to be going.
Wait. Okay. But when Mike and I win this,
Yeah.
we're not going, I get a bucket of water on you, and then Mike comes out with another bucket. We're doing it on
That's
consecutive
fine.
weeks.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh, yeah. No, you're getting
you gotta
doused.
dry off
Yep.
and then do it again.
Or before and
Then
after
I
the
want mine
show.
on
Yeah.
separate weeks then.
What difference does it make?
Because you want to spread it out, I'll spread it out. I want more fun too. I'll have one of you 1 week, I'll have the other one
That's
next week.
fine. That's fine.
There you go.
I want more fun.
Yeah. Beautiful. Next.
That's all I got. Oh, that's great. We're fucking up right now.
It looks great.
All right, now we are moving on to a sports-centric Would You Rather.
Ooh.
Yeah. Woo. I would rather.
The answer is yes. All right, here we go. First up, would you rather be the star of a bad team or an average player on an elite team?
Big fish in a small pond.
Star.
Nope. I'd rather be average on an elite team.
Nope.
I'm going for rings.
No.
I'm going for rings.
I'll be LeBron.
I don't
I'll
need
be
to be the
LeBron
center
when
of
we got
attention.
swept by the Spurs in the finals. I'm LeBron.
Yep.
Star.
Average player on a great team.
Yeah, because you guys are average fucks. Me and Tevin are fucking stars.
Just cashing those Chinese checks. Good for you, bud.
I'd rather be like a Damian Lillard where they say he just needs more help.
Right.
There you
Right.
go.
Good enough to do it on his own.
Sure.
Right.
See, I'd rather be like a Andre Iguodala. Just
Yeah, but at one point he was the best player on a bad team.
Yeah, Sixers.
Post
yeah.
guy.
There you go. And then he went and he was an average player on an elite team.
Of course, you say Andre Iguodala. He's got like an 8-foot schlong. I heard. Just real big dick.
Next one. This is why nobody watches our show
Would you
anymore.
rather win the MVP award or a team championship?
Team championship.
Team championship.
Team championship.
Yep. Would you rather watch a regular season game courtside or a high stakes playoff game from the rafters?
Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't-
What was that?
Would you rather watch a regular season game courtside or a high stakes playoff game from the rafters?
You would say neither.
No,
You don't
because
like to attend games.
no, that has nothing to do with it.
Courtside.
I've sat courtside for just a random game before.
Sure.
Like back when I was in college, it was a lot of fun.
It was
but
a waste of money.
But after a while, it's like you know.
Yeah.
But the game was just boring. So
Raptors.
I would
Big
say, yeah, big game. I'd rather.
Put me in the bleeds.
I've never done courtside, so I'd want to do that.
All right,
Put us up in the upper deck.
No.
In the suite. In the leathers.
No.
Prime rib.
I don't think that's what they're meaning by rafters.
you
Well,
mean-
that's the
talking about
highest
your-
we sit. All right. So
Yeah, they're not.
Twist
They
don't
didn't.
go up with the peasants.
Yeah,
we
your
stay
back
low.
is to the last row in
Yeah.
the stadium.
No.
Would you rather win win the World Series or win the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
World Series.
Gross.
Would you rather take responsibility for losing the championship or have a teammate take credit for the win when you deserved it?
Oh, teammate
Credit
can
for
take
the win.
Credit. Yeah, teammate can take the
Yeah.
credit.
Yeah.
The people know.
We all the eye in the,
The
sky
people
don't
know.
lie.
Right.
They know.
Would you rather ensure overtime or risk losing and win in regulation?
Risk losing when buzzer beater. Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risk,
You're
risk
taking
losing.
Oh, I'm taking,
taking the
risk.
shot.
I'm taking the three
Yeah.
when we're up by 2.
Yep.
Or when we're down by 2. Yeah.
Would you rather retire as a forgotten coach with a winning record or a famous coach known to lose championships?
Oh, that's tough.
I don't want to be a loser.
I'd be a famous coach because obviously there's something that makes you famous besides just losing.
Yeah.
Be like a Rex Ryan.
What do you
type.
mean?
Yeah, because there's always. Yeah, I'm with. I'm
I
with
mean,
Matt.
look
'cause
at Harbaugh.
There's always going to be someone that's going to come back and say, "Yeah, but he had a winning record, or he had this." So yeah,
He was winning.
you
You,
got
just choked.
Then you have more passionate people.
I want to be.
Shanahan.
I want to win.
Shanahan, same thing.
Winner.
You do win. You just choke. That's it.
No.
That's it.
Okay. Have fun.
Would you rather be an average player with a good reputation or an elite player with rumors of cheating?
Elite.
Oh, I cheat. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just because you
Who
said
isn't
elite.
cheating?
Everybody.
Everyone's cheating.
Like, people forgive.
Think
you.
LeBron
Barry
ain't
Bonds.
roided
Yeah,
out
they
right
forgive.
now? In
They
the
forgive.
offseason?
Yeah.
Out.
He's roided.
yeah.
He's not roided.
Oh, yeah.
He's chiseled.
No, he's got to recover.
Would you rather coach a college or a professional team?
College. No,
way.
no, pro.
All day.
No,
College.
college, not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Coach K won't even do it anymore. Neither will I.
He's 72.
No, he doesn't like the direction of college.
Well, I agree. Yeah.
Because he wants the paycheck to come his way, not
No.
the players. Yeah.
Professional.
Lastly, would you rather have really cool uniforms with a rundown stadium or state-of-the-art stadium with ugly uniforms?
Uniforms.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the Gophs. Like the Gophs are in the barn.
Well,
They
we don't have
the Gophers don't
awesome.
have either.
Yeah.
Oh, they
The
got
football
great
team
colors.
does.
I'd rather play in a good arena.
Bison, man, I don't want to hear it. All right,
Right. Green
don't
and
talk
yellow.
smack about the barn.
I'll put the facilities at NDSU up against the facilities at U.
Yeah, so you
With
have
their
great
new
facilities
with
with
their
nasty ass
With
uniforms.
their new
Uniforms at
athletic
NDSU?
village.
Hold
Are
on,
you
hold
kidding
on,
me?
hold on.
State
Yeah,
of the
hold on.
art?
You're basically the Packers of college football.
No.
Green and yellow. That's Greg's shirt. Is that a Packer shirt or a Bison shirt, Greg?
Yo, Bison.
Next.
NDSU.
Hold on.
No, I don't. We
No,
don't got time
no.
for your
I control-
bullshit, Tevin.
I control the flow of this show. We're gonna
That's
just
true.
do a little side by side here because you cannot tell me that
I've been to NDSU. So what do you want to know?
right here.
You've been to North Dakota. Have you been to the
No,
stadium?
I fucking slept right outside that stadium, dude.
You're telling me that these. Let me get them.
Heinous.
Let me get them up here
What?
for the people.
Let me get it up here for the people.
Those are
What do you wanna
disgusting.
know?
You're telling me
You'd rather have those than the gold helmet Gopher jerseys?
1,000%.
Well, that's
Why is
'cause
this-
you
why
are
is this
alum.
desk
You're
not
alum.
working?
Yeah, we get it. You
You're
went there,
alum.
you
It's
played.
okay.
Like,
Your
I would like
allegiances-
it too.
Your allegiances are brilliant.
Those compared to these. What is this?
Look at that.
Oh,
What do you mean?
What are these?
look at that,
These
all
are
white.
All white,
boring.
baby?
Oh!
God.
Row the boat, Tevin.
Yeah.
Row
Skyuma.
We're done.
Skyuma.
Show's over.
next.
All right. What do we got next?
Can you bring me a pen?
You don't need a pen.
We
I
could've-
need the pen.
Could have done it before the show.
Yeah, we talked about this before the
I
show.
thought you had a notes page. Isn't that what you
Don't
said?
yell at me.
Your words exactly. All right. We are moving on to the draft.
I just gotta don't yell at me.
The wife even
Oh,
shared
shit.
the post. The
I
wife even shared the shit.
I didn't bring cards. You got cards
You got
back there,
dice,
Tevin?
A die.
Let's see. I've got dice, I think.
So, Twist Nation, we are doing the annual Twist Fantasy Football Draft. So, are we going to do the bet same as last year? Plunging?
Yeah, because this year it would actually be
Well,
done
let's
in the
think
winter.
about this for a second
We can
here.
think. I'm just saying.
What could be the
We can come up with that a different week, too. I mean, it's going to be.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
the-
thought.
The season isn't going to start for a couple weeks.
No, we run back the plunge because this year it will actually hopefully be in the ice.
Yeah.
So let's plunge.
Okay.
So, winner doesn't plunge.
Winner doesn't.
The
Other three have
Other
to.
three have to. So again, we are 10 weeks. I don't care that they're 17. I already have the schedule. GBG and myself are playing week 1. T-Money and Benz are facing off against each other. So 10 weeks. Week 11 and week 12 are the championship. Okay?
Okay.
So Tevin's got some dice. He's going to bring those out here. We're going to get the draft order going. And then we're going to go 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a tight end for our starters. The exact same for our bench. That's my bingo set I got you.
Dice, but like we can pull these balls
Sweet.
Number wins, I guess.
Oh, where's the actual fucking thing?
I don't know. That's all that was in the box.
No, it wasn't.
That's all that I found in the box. So we've got a couple of them there. Just dump some out.
No, this isn't right.
Dude, this is what we get. Where's
What do you got? Are they actual?
No, he doesn't even have the right numbers in there.
I have quarters.
It's like 22.
Well, yeah, because then it's just like high number.
Here, don't look. Spin it.
It doesn't
spin
even
it up.
work.
Spin it up.
Let's go like this.
All right.
Yeah.
The number for Greg is this. Dump-
No, hold on. I got it.
What? You're gonna tear him up?
Yeah.
Okay, Tevin. Oh, twist that. Twist that. Grab it. Fold them up real nice, Greg. Tevin, are you just gonna take whatever one's not picked?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't fold them weird so you know the fold or some shit.
No,
I'm calling you smart, Greg. Calm down. This is why people don't watch the show anymore. Jesus. You fucking yell at me. You verbally abusive. Yeah, we got one.
I can't reach it.
Yeah, I got long arms.
No, you don't.
You know,
You
I
got-
gave this hat for you to wear, Tevin. You know that?
All right. I'm picking first
Why?
because I get to.
Yeah, sounds like some bullshit. Who is the reigning champ of this?
We don't want to talk about it.
Me. I got the ring last.
First pick, baby.
Imagine that. Imagine that, Greg.
Woo!
third.
That's Tevin's.
That's Tevin's. Tevin, you are.
Second.
What is that? That's a J.
4.
It's a 4.
That is not. Oh,
It's either
okay.
a 2 or it's
got
either a
2.
2 or a 4.
All right.
All right.
So Tevin, you are 4. I'm first.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Run CMC, baby.
Delvin.
D Cook,
Patty Mahomes.
Mahomes, and Tevin, you are back-to-back picks.
Hold on one second.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God.
Guys, I don't know it. Hold on. Let me see what I want to do here.
That's right. You do got 2 picks, so.
I got 2 picks, and I got to make sure I take the right one in the right,
Right.
slot for contractual obligations.
No.
Sure. Oh, yeah, for your buys.
Yep. So I guess we'll go Alvin Kamara. And give me Derrick Henry as well.
Ooh.
I like that. Good job, Tevin. All right, Greg.
Devonta Adams.
Yep, knew that was coming. Give me Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
You're back to back.
Yep.
Okay.
I am back-to-back. I'm trying to,
Decipher what the fuck you're gonna do with your life.
Yep.
Okay.
So. I'm going to take. I'm going to take
Yeah, go ahead. Take him.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Of course you did.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah.
You think I didn't? And DK Metcalf.
Okay.
A little reach.
I don't care. I'm solidifying right now.
I'll take Tyreek Hill. Tevin, are we getting any comments on the show right now or what? Go ahead, Greg.
Yes.
I'll go with Zeke.
Did you look at the comments? Is that why you want me to throw these up?
No, I just saw people were commenting right now like crazy, so I'm wondering what it was because I'm not on that page right now.
So
Was it Peeper? Maybe not.
come on. There we go.
I can't see anything.
can't see what
You
you see.
clicked us down.
There you go. Jake Daly. Matt knows he's got the swag. I trust. Yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah, no big
Fuck's
deal.
even applying?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, okay.
No big deal.
That dude's high.
Tevin's got 2, right?
I got 2. All right. Shoot. Let's go with Calvin Ridley
Who did you take, Zeke?
Yeah.
Okay.
and Travis Kelce.
Ooh, like that one. Like that one. Go ahead, Greg.
I'll take D-Hop.
Yep. Nice.
I like that.
There you go. I will take George Kittle.
Okay.
So right now, while Mike's looking through his shit, Mike right now has Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Diggs, and DK Metcalf. I have Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, and George Kittle. Greg has Mahomes, Zeke, Devontae Adams, and Hopkins. And Tevin has Alvin Kamara. What is that?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry,
Calvin
Ridley, and Kelsey.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a championship, to be honest with you.
It does. So I am going to take Saquon, which he's probably going to be out And then as my next, I'm going to take Najee. Will be my number 1 fill-in running back.
Okay. So at quarterback, I will take Josh Allen, please.
Okay. Greg.
Austin Eckler.
Eckler.
Austin, excellent.
I'm trying to write down. So Dallas, you got a week 7. Pittsburgh. So week 7.
Tevin's on the board.
I'm taking Justin Jefferson
JJ.
JJ.
and Kyler Murray.
There you go.
Kyler.
So
Got
your
his
starting
starters
lineup is
solidified.
Greg,
Darren Waller.
the Walrus.
Walrus.
I will go. I will take AJ Brown.
Okay.
He has a bye week of 13.
Okay.
So we won't have to worry about that.
Good.
Yep.
So I'm going to take Kyle Pitts
Okay.
and let's see here. I got to get my buys. I'm the one that printed it off. So now we're into
What do
the
you need? What do you think?
Giants week 10. City, Carolina 13. So we're good there. Buffalo week 7. Seattle week 9. Atlanta week 6.
Okay.
All right. So where's Dallas?
Dallas.
Week 7.
Correct.
So that'll align with when he's off. We're going to take CD Lamb.
Okay.
All right.
You're done?
I'm done.
All right. So then I will take Nick Chubb. And now because we have guys, just because it's our starting lineup, are we going to set our lineups each week?
No.
Why?
That's
not?
because I do all the work. This is your starters.
I understand that.
Same
Why
as
can't
every
we
other.
lock that in?
No, same as every other year.
All right.
We're not
All right,
changing
all
it.
right.
If
It's
JT or
just a
Cook
twist.
get hurt,
All right,
Chubb
yeah,
is your number 1
that's
line
fine.
in.
I just ask.
I'm going to go Aaron Jones
Oh, think you aren't?
as my backup.
Yep, he's your number
He is a
1
backup.
backup in.
Yep.
He's a backup.
Who's up?
Tevin?
We're gonna take Joe Mixon.
There you
Ooh.
go. You love Joe.
You love Joe.
He's a beast.
No, he's not. But
he is.
he's all right.
And let's see, what else do I need right now?
Need everything.
You need it all.
Did somebody take AJ Brown? I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Got him.
How about we'll go with? You know what? Why
What?
not? Let's take.
What?
These bye weeks line up. OBJ.
Okay. Greg.
Robert Woods.
Ooh.
Ooh. Take Mark Andrews.
Good. All right. Now we're on me. Got some back-to-backs here. So we're going to go Lamar Jackson. Baltimore is a week 8. And we are also going to go Dak Prescott,
Okay.
week 7.
Hold on here now. Just looking at it all.
I gave you a buy sheet.
I know. I know what I'm taking at that position, but I'm looking looking at this right now. I will take Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
I'll go with Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Good pick for your fourth. I like that.
Colonel Sanders.
We're going with Kyle Pitts and Tom Brady.
Kyle Pitts
Pitts is
is
off the
gone,
board.
bitch.
All right.
You can have
Tom,
Tom.
though. You can take Tom to
Take
go.
Tom. Take Tom. He's not going to start any games anyway. And then,
Yeah, he's going to start one.
okay, well, all I need is one. And let's take a flyer on Irv Smith Jr.
Ooh, I love it. You need a QB, a wide receiver, and
Did
a...
anyone take Keenan Allen?
Nope.
Nope.
I'll take Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Then I will take Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry. All right. I will take... Let's make sure here.
How many openings do you have here?
Me?
Yeah.
I have 3.
Okay.
I'm going to take J.K. Dobbins.
Okay. Move
And
your hand so I can see my shit.
she talked nicely to me.
Like, unlike Greg.
Yeah, Greg's being rude. And T.J. Hawkinson.
Nice. There you go. Is Antonio Gibson off the board?
Antonio Gibson is there.
I'll take him.
All right. Greg, quarterback or tight end here?
Aaron Rodgers.
No shit, huh? I'm surprised he wasn't your starter, to be honest. But I'm glad
Aaron.
you went with Mahomes. That's
Running
very-
back and receiver for Tevin to finish it out.
Wait, what? I thought I was done.
No.
Nope. This is the,
Yeah,
you're on the
two-
last turn
Here
here.
we go.
So running back, wide receiver.
Running back. Has anybody taken Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
No.
No, good pick.
CEH.
Good pick.
That's I was thinking that.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
And you said a wide receiver?
Yep.
Correct.
All right.
Good luck.
There's none left in a 4-person draft.
Let's go with Jamar Chase.
Oh, nice.
Wow, taking a flyer.
Taking a couple flyers.
There you go. Tight end to finish out Greg's team.
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas.
Oh, there you go. That's different. To finish out my team, it will be Matthew Stafford, week 7. That's all I need him for. Week 7.
There you go.
Yep.
And to finish out my team, let's take a look at the receivers here. Let me scroll
You got
down
any
the
purple
list.
on your team?
I don't.
Well, you know who to put in then. Go
Not
ahead and grab
necessarily.
the old man.
Not necessarily.
What?
Let me take a look here. You calm down.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm how believe. That had to have been playing. When
So
you were
week
like a
7. Nope, that doesn't align for my.
That was like sophomore year for you, I bet. Hooked on a feeling. Dun, 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 dun. I'm how
That was when my parents
Oh.
would have been in high school.
close.
No,
Right around
it's the
that.
definition of not being close. That's a generation off.
We should just draft every week.
I'm gonna take Cooper Cup,
Oh, Cooper 2 Cup.
K Cup.
There you go.
There we go.
Read
So
it off.
starters. Myself, Lamar Jackson, Run CMC, Saquon, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, Kyle Pitts. Matthew Benz has Josh Allen, Delvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, George Kittle, GBG, Patty Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams, D-Hop, and the Walrus. And T-Money, Kyler, Elvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, and Travis Kelce.
Playing for the ring, boys.
There it is. Our
that's
reigning
good.
champ,
Mr.
Matthew Benz.
Yep.
What's the losers have to do?
We're
Plunging.
we're plunging again.
Real plunge, though.
Yeah, hopefully off ice into just.
Yeah, a hole of ice. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Good job.
All right, now it is time for retweet or delete. First up, Gable Steveson
Yeah.
will be a bigger superstar than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Retweet or delete?
Delete.
Well, I'm going to retweet it.
Oh, he's a star, but
He
not
ain't
The
going to be bigger than The Rock.
Okay.
But he's going to be bigger than John Cena.
That's not what the question was.
I
hope so.
I make the questions.
I'd hope it. Yeah,
He's going to be big.
I hope so.
He will be.
He's a great entertainer when it comes to not saying anything.
Yeah, I've never heard him talk.
Correct.
So
So that's the kicker.
yeah, he could talk like this.
He has a great flip. Great flip.
Great flip. He's got
We'll
he's
talk about
tatted
him a little
up.
bit more in the next segment.
So
Good shit.
yeah, but I like him. One gold. He's a Minnesota guy. I
Apple
hope he
Valley.
does big things. Fuck Apple Valley.
Screaming Eagles.
Hate Apple Valley. Love some people from there, but they were a big rivalry for us. Next.
CP3 swindled the Suns into getting a contract well into his 40s. Retweet or delete?
Retweet. He absolutely did.
You swindled them?
I don't know if I'll retweet it because it's good, but I mean, he proved that he was one of the best players in the league.
He was going to get a 4-year from Zion squad, the Pelicans, and he basically used that, leveraged it with Phoenix because they didn't want to do a 4th year, which doesn't matter because the 4th year isn't guaranteed money anyway.
Sure.
But it's like, we talk about LeBron. I mean, CP3 is injury prone, just this little
Yep.
guy out on the court.
But like we were talking about with Kawhi,
Right.
he's taking advantage of
No,
short
100.
window that he has.
Yeah, 100% good for you because he's gonna be 40
Yeah.
in 4 years. Like he's 37.
Yep.
It's insane.
Next.
All right. The Olympics have been riveting to watch this year. Retweet
Delete.
or delete?
Delete it.
Delete. I haven't seen a second
The
of
best
it.
part was the wrestling match. I was watching it live while I was in the back of the bread truck.
Were you? Because it was at like 4:30 a.m.
Well, that's just it. We've become so like Americanized. Where if you look at the Olympics,
demand.
that people that people have all these great memories of Olympics.
Correct.
It's always when it's in this hemisphere.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
nobody wants to watch it on tape delay, and we're too selfish to wake up. I mean, and I'm just bringing it up because it's just happened a few weeks ago. It was like 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning when Greece watched Giannis win the championship. And you got barred all this stuff, everyone all over the place. You watch it every year at the World Cup that plays from all over the country. You're going to
Yep.
watch it. America doesn't do that.
no.
If it's not live in our
Primetime.
primetime window, we don't care about
And
it.
most people in America don't even have cable anymore. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If it's
very
not
hard
on
to
us-
watch. Like you have to get like Peacock and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want. There's
and also,
nothing
nobody
that I want.
cares about the Olympics.
I don't care. There's nothing I want to see.
If these Olympics were going on in LA, they'd have a lot more popularity.
But it's not
yeah,
like
I
it used
agree.
to be. It-
but I still wouldn't watch it.
no.
It's not. It's not. People don't give
The
a shit
biggest
enough about
coverage
their
was
country.
Simone Biles bowing out for mental health. It wasn't even the competition.
Yeah.
It was the story there.
Yeah, which is an amazing story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, delete.
And just for GBG, the Bucks will not win again with Giannis in Milwaukee. Retweet or delete?
Retweet. They will not.
I
That
think-
was a fluke championship with an asterisk next
well,
to it.
first of all, it wasn't a fluke and there wasn't an asterisk.
Yeah, both.
He's trying to
there
get you
was.
going.
I know he is. I know he is. But he's Mike's the idiot that says, no, LeBron's in the bubble is legit.
No, legit. Last episode, he literally said, "I don't believe in asterisks. Good for them. They deserved it. They won it." And
But see, it's
No.
this is it's the reason they're more often in history do teams like the Bucks win championships than super teams. Because super teams don't work on a regular basis because if you lose one component of it, you're no longer good, which was proof with the Brooklyn Nets.
sure.
Will he win another one?
Will he?
Yeah, in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee,
Well, I don't think he has
I
a
think-
choice. I think he's taken a stance that he will not leave Milwaukee.
I think it's going to be tough, but I think they will. I think they have a very good chance to. I'm not saying I'm not guaranteeing it, but I think they have a very good chance to because you look at guys like Drew Holiday, Middleton. He was.
He played well in the playoffs,
There's
and I
going to
get
be
it.
guys like Drew Holiday that want to play with guys like Giannis.
Yep.
So they're going to
That's
have
just-
a shot every year for the next 5 to 6 years.
Yep.
They won't win another one. Asterisk.
We'll be close. Next. Have my shit.
Oh, where's your stuff?
Next, it is time for Benzie to shine with the sports headlines of the week.
I'm glad that these guys give me a segment so I can actually talk and then don't get interrupted by them.
Yeah, good luck not getting interrupted.
Do you have?
Here we go. Here's the paperwork. Minuteman Press paper.
All right, hit
Here
it,
we
D.
go.
McCash.
Here we go. Headlines. Gable Steveson. Dramatic gold medal win. We talked about it already.
it like this, huh?
No, not this week. So he was down 3 points in the last 20 seconds of the match.
Does he bring a snake in? And what's his finishing move? Pile driver?
The G spot. That's what they
It's
call
the
it.
diamond
It's
cutter.
The G spot. Oh, Diamond Dallas Page.
The tombstone pile driver?
He'd be up in the rafters with his baseball bat like Sting.
What's his entrance music like?
Oh, it's fucking
Queen.
backflip.
I've never heard him interviewed by Mean Gene.
Anyways, he won. So that's
Anyways
that one.
isn't a word.
Yeah, we'll go on to the next one. Golden State reportedly shopping Andrew Maple Jordan Wiggins.
You just wanted
for
to put
Ben
that in it so you
Simmons.
could call him Maple Jordan.
He's Maple Jordan.
You love
that's what
that.
they literally called him when he was drafted,
I know,
right?
but you just
You know
love
that?
it. The maple.
With the red maple fucking leaf behind him, Maple Jordan. That's
Read this, though. This is crazy.
76ers would likely want Wiggins, James Wiseman, and 3 first-round picks for Ben Simmons.
I wouldn't trade James Wiseman for Ben Simmons straight up.
Facts.
I wouldn't.
Ain't that crazy, though?
That's insane that's
they're
the
shooting
asking
high,
price.
you know, and they're
I get
rightly
it.
so. They're going to shoot high, but
I'll give you Wiggins and 3 first-round picks.
oh yeah,
I'd do that.
right off the rip.
But
yeah.
Wiseman?
Now
Goodbye.
you're getting into it,
Right.
Yeah. All right, Bill Belichick, Greg's favorite coach, with another quote that grips the media. You ready for
Oh,
this quote?
gripping quote by
Gripping
Bill.
quote. When asked on the team practicing in the rain Thursday, Bill said, "If it rains, it rains. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's not, then that's what it is." Robert Griffin.
made your headline?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Ain't that
God.
great? Great quote.
No.
Wow.
RG3 gets the tap from ESPN on a multi-year deal with college football /NFL analyst. Will contribute to the college football playoffs, Super Bowl, and other major events.
I saw Barstool had tweeted at him to
Sure.
get him on their podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, who wants me on there? And because he
Yeah.
was throwing a ball against the wall. Did you see that?
No.
And so I tweeted at him, come on, Twist.
He didn't come?
He didn't
What a
comment back.
fucking prick.
Yeah.
You're on our shit list.
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd says LeBron should have never tweeted his now deleted tweet, which you could have caught on Twist because somebody shared it on Twist. Basically, LeBron stated that anybody talking shit about the Lakers and their age remember what they said when they are winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ageism. Greg knows all about it.
Colin
He gets it
Cowherd
constantly.
stated, "The Lakers aren't just old. They're the oldest in franchise history. They have one player in his physical prime, and that's Antonio Davis. These Lakers
Who's
are
Antonio Davis?
Antonio."
Anthony Davis.
Thinking I'm drafting still in my head right now.
Wow.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate
I was
that.
very confused.
Yeah.
Antonio Davis. Antonio.
Who's this
All
Mexican
right,
that they
keep
got?
going. These Lakers are the antique store. The Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls are better.
No. Why did he delete it, though? That was my thing. I liked it.
China probably didn't like it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I mean, they probably said, "Hey,
Yeah.
calm down."
He's their puppet.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's funny that LeBron James gets offended by something Colin Cowherd says. When Colin Cowherd makes a living, millions of dollars a year that Fox throws at him
Yeah.
to be controversial,
Correct.
to try to get under the skin of simple-minded idiots
Yeah.
like LeBron James.
LeBron be bitching, and
I love
Antonio.
Colin Cowherd.
Antonio.
I do
too. He's great.
Antonio's just chilling in the cut.
When
Eyebrow
LeBron
all the way
Uni-
across his face.
When LeBron gets offended by something Jim Rome said or Colin Cowherd said,
Jim Rome is burning.
All he shows is his own ignorance and stupidity.
Correct.
LeBron James is one of the dumbest human beings on the planet.
Yeah,
He's so good at basketball.
yeah.
Was.
No.
yeah.
No.
He's done.
No.
He's
He's
done.
not.
He's done. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's over. It's okay.
Mute him, Tevin.
We watched it. Next.
Sorry, what was that, Benz?
Yeah, thank you.
I can still hear myself.
Next up,
Yeah.
we're wrapping up the show with GBG
Oh,
and his final thoughts.
We missed it.
I'm actually going to give you guys are going to be shocked by where I go with this.
Ooh, controversial.
So, what we're doing as a society is we don't take accountability for our own actions, and we're not proud of standing up for ourselves. And I saw it, on the way here today, there was a radio show, on a national radio show, where the subject was, have you ever missed a high-profile sporting event? And this guy on the show actually said, well, yeah, there was one time my alarm didn't go off. No, your alarm did not go off. You didn't set it correctly.
Right.
Oh, take ownership. And that's why I give Kirk Cousins all the credit in the world for what he's doing.
Yes.
If, he has a high ethical character, he's got a high moral character, and he's extremely religious.
Man of God.
I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to disagree with it. It doesn't matter. But for him to stand up to the league, his own coach, in the position where he's in, because let's be honest, all Packer Viking bullshit aside, he's a mid-level quarterback who's really consistent. He's a consistent quarterback, but he's never going to be the MVP of the league.
Right.
But he's a good quarterback that you want
Above
on your
average.
team. He's above average. You want him on your team if you're a team if you don't have one of the top 6 guys.
Right. There you go.
But for him to stand up what he's doing, I give him all the credit in the world for. Good for him.
100%. That's the first time you'll ever hear it on Twist. Packer and Vikings agreeing.
Shaking hands.
Shaking hands. Victory. Episode 70 in the
truce.
books.
Best episode yet.
Thank you to Arif Hassan. Check
Yeah.
him out at theathletic.com. Thank you to
Thanks,
GBG
Tevin.
for showing up.
NBC.
And Tevin for staying away.
Rex.
Steve McCash. We're out.
We talking sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the lakes. Boo, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yelling skull with the woes, you know we don't play. We get wild every single day. We got our flaws, but we love our saints. Twist Nation, going like our page.